Hey GED students, it's GED question of the day time, and we've been asked again to match each expression on the left to an equivalent expression on the right. And again, equivalent means equal. And you might be wondering why I keep saying again, because we've actually done two similar problems like this in the last few videos. This is the most complex. So if you find yourself a little lost in this problem, you could go back to the other two and see how we're building up to this level. So let's take a look. A says 3x plus 3x plus 3x. Now, I know that that's kind of a complicated expression, but what I want you to realize is even though it's algebraic and a little scary for most students, I still have repeated addition. I have the same exact big ugly number, 3x, adding over and over and over again. 3x plus 3x plus 3x. And hopefully we know, I'm going to take something easier than 3x, I'll take 7s, that another way to talk about repeated addition, 7 plus 7 plus 7, is to use multiplication. That's the same as 3 times 7, 7 adding 3 times, or 7 times 3, same difference. And similarly, we can do the same thing with 3x. 3x plus 3x plus 3x. This repeated addition could be talked about quickly using multiplication. That's the same as 3 times 3x, 3x adding 3 times. Great, so that means A matches with 4. Okay, now B is similar, and we still have this repeated 3x, but this time we're not repeatedly adding. Look at what happens in B. We see 3x. Those parentheses there shoved up against the 3x with nothing else in between tell us times another 3x, times another 3x. Well, we keep talking about how to express repeated multiplication. This time we have the same number multiplying over and over again. Well, the shortcut way to talk about that is using exponents. Be very careful though. I want to take the entire 3x, and raise it to the third power. In this problem, unlike some of the other ones we do, if you just wrote 3x to the third power like this, you'd be wrong. Exponents are super weak, and if you wrote it like that, you'd only be raising the x to the third power. You want to raise the whole thing, use parentheses, the whole 3x to the third power. Wonderful. So that means B matches with 1. Great, let's erase some of this work here on the left so we can do some more work, and let's examine C. Notice what C says. C says 3 times x plus 1. Now, these two numbers that are multiplying, 3 and x plus 1, are not the same, so I can't use exponents to talk about them. But what I could do is kind of go backwards and realize that 3 times x plus 1 is a shortcut way to talk about repeated addition. This is one way to think about this, is the number x plus 1, this whole number, adding 3 times. So let's look at that. What would that look like? I could take the entire x plus 1 and add it 3 times. There's another x plus 1, so there's it adding 2 times, and another one. It's adding 3 times. I'm just taking that rule that we talked about back in A and doing it backwards. Okay, so 3 times x plus 1 is like x plus 1 adding 3 times. And so we can see that C matches with 3. X plus 1 plus x plus 1 plus x plus 1. Okay, now let's look at D. D features an exponent. But notice how that exponent is outside of parentheses. So that exponent is working on this entire big ugly number 3x plus 1. And what does that mean if I have 3x plus 1 squared or raised to the second power? Well, that means the same as repeated multiplication. That means that entire 3x plus 1, notice how I use parentheses when I want the entire thing, is multiplying by itself. I'm going to write the same thing, 3x plus 1, 2 times. This exponent 2 means the same expression 2 times. So 3x plus 1 times the quantity of 3x plus 1. So D matches with 2. Great. So we have A matching with 4, B matching with 1, C matching with 3, and D matching with 2. And definitely this is complex, but we've got to get to this level of reasoning by the time we get to the algebra on the GED. Okay, if you have any questions about this or any other GED math topic, be sure to drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to answer it.